The Divinity Coast is the site of several of this region's oldest settlements. Humans have occupied these lands for over 700 years. Many generations of Crichton fishermen have grown up trolling the same sacred waters of the Giant's Basin, the huge saltwater lake that defines the northern edge of the coast. And come Guild Wars 2, that's been dammed, apparently. There's like 2 huge dams on either side of Divinity's Reach. It's really, really weird. I wonder what the significance there of the 700 years thing is. It's kind of weird. But anyway, hi guys, welcome to another video. I don't know why I read that out. I fancied reading out the outpost descriptions. I love the outpost descriptions. That's probably one of my favourite bits of like Let's Playing this stuff. Like the lore that you get from those is just some of the most fun that you find anywhere else. Just little hints and tips and stuff. I so hope Guild Wars 2 has got stuff like that, because we've only got waypoints now and they're just, oh, teleport here. They never give you any like interesting information. There should be, I don't know. I hope that there's the in-game books provide something along those lines, or just hints about certain areas. Oh, what the Shaymore Fields like? Oh, what's this area in Queensdale like? You know, stuff like that. But it doesn't seem to be there. I love that about this. Anyway, why are we at the Divinity Coast once again? Well, last we heard, Thackeray was deep in the Maguma jungle, pretty close to the damn Henge of Den Ravi, and then he found out that the White Mantle were gonna, under the guise of the Shining Blade, so it sounds like they're gonna pretend to be the Shining Blade, and they are gonna go and attack the farmers at Beetletun to sort of sow mistrust over the Shining Blade, and hopefully help them, I don't know, win the fight, even if they should lose at Lion's Arch, maybe? But that seems to be the White Mantle's plan. We heard about it. We don't know who it was who orchestrated the plan. We knew that Danthor worked for some big mysterious guy. But we read this missive and we decided, hey, we're going to stop it. And that's the last we saw, Thackeray and Miku. So we're out looking for clues again. This is the last clue. I've not been very clear about this, but it's not, even though there's only like 4 mini missions, that's not the entirety of Hearts of the North. You can like split Hearts of the North into 2 chunks. One chunk is the mini missions, and then the other chunk is largely dominated by one thing that happens, which you probably know if you remember back to the first episode. But then there's also like an optional quest you can do there as well, which of course we'll be doing, which is actually really, really cool. This is the optional quest I talked about quite a lot in Eye of the North. The giant dinosaur boss that I talked about a few times. Like, every time I mention that things get bigger as they level up, I tend to mention that giant dinosaur. Well, that's in that bit there. So, this should be the last episode. This final mission isn't actually that long. So, with any luck, I will actually be able to do it without having to split the video, kind of thing. But so yeah, once we've done that, that does by no means means that it's the end of Hearts of the North. There will be, I don't know, 2, 3, even this, like, I went on and on and on about how, and most of it is just because we had a bit of a lull where we didn't do many Hearts of the North episodes, but I went on and on and on about how quick this was, and even now I've managed to split quite a few of these damn episodes into multiple different chunks. I can't be bothered to fight the Oak Hearts. Can we just leave, please? So many Oak Hearts. I wonder if in Guild Wars 2 there are, like I don't think I've ever seen an aloe seed in Guild Wars 2 either. I hope that the old sort of form of Oak Hearts are around somewhere. Like, there was this cool thing before the Sylvari redesign. Oh, this is going to be painful. They're just going to degen me. You can see it's up there, though. There's the Shining Blade cloak just underneath the W. Yeah, like, when the Sylvari redesign happened, before it happened, all the Sylvari that were in the demos and stuff were all being represented by one single Sylvari that always had the same character model and the same design. Always. I'm going to flag those guys there and they can just fight. Always had the same design, so we were all kind of hoping that that Sylvari would appear as like an Easter egg somewhere in the game at a launch, because just it'd been in so many different places, and it could be like marked as a bit of a freak Sylvari that looks really weird, but yeah. So the Shining Blade cloak. Before you lie the remnants of what appears to be a Shining Blade cloak, discarded and torn. The presence of the solitary cloak provokes questions. Why was its owner alone? Were they running towards something or running away? Whatever transpired here, the scrying pool should be able to reveal it to you. This dialogue here, where it asks these interesting questions, I get the feeling that this bit where we're out scavenging looking for stuff could have been a lot more interesting. It could have sort of made us ask ourselves these questions, and we'd actually have to go to different areas. Maybe we find some footprints in one place and the dialogue's like, were they moving to the west or the north? Why would they be moving here? Why? But instead of just giving us a quest and then a marker, we actually have to ask ourselves the question that the dialogue poses and then keep looking around for more stuff. So we were actually inspecting the area, kind of thing, like investigators. I think that would be really cool, and that's never really been done in Guild Wars. But no, instead we just get one little thing. We hit accept and go back up to the Hall of Monuments, which we've been coming to quite a lot. I actually quite like the little format of these videos as they've been going, because the Hall of Monuments should be quite important. It doesn't look like, you can look at like beta maps that have been coming out, and you can see, like, not all of the game was available to the press, but you could see the areas in the game world that were kind of available, like in launch, places that actually have designed explorable areas kind of thing, because they've got like level ranges written there. And then you've got other places that don't. There's loads of regions, like Queensdale makes up Kryta pretty much, right? No, Queensdale's like one of 4 places that make up Kryta, okay? And you can kind of see those big 4 areas, and then that's all of that together is Kryta. And then you've got loads of different regions. You've got like Kryta, the Shiver Peaks, all those kinds of things, Ascalon. But then there's loads of other regions, like one of them is called the Isles of Janthier, which looks really interesting, something to do with the Massar. That's the Fire Island chain up here. I actually wasn't planning on talking about this. I think this is so big. These are the Isles of Janthier. That's so interesting. Really, really weird. Because in Guild Wars 1 lore, we heard that they were to the south. This was the place where the Eye of Janthier, very much to do with the Massart, how people were picked as chosen, how the Massart were choosing who to sacrifice, came from. So the Eye of Janthier was actually from up here in the Isles of Janthier. It's really weird. Anyway, there were loads of these regions like this, but a lot of them didn't have any like level ranges explicitly written next to them. So it looks like there are a lot of places that you can't go even though they're there in lore, and the Hall of Monuments looks like it's one of them. That like there's no level ranges near there, so maybe we won't come back here in Guild Wars 2. I don't know. It's a bit weird. It looks like it might be in range. I'm not sure. I haven't really studied it close enough. Anyway, sorry. The scrying pool. It begins to react as we approach. Thoughts of the Shining Blade cloak fixed firmly in our minds. Equip the bow. Did I sell? No, I didn't sell the bow. Good. You see, I cleaned my inventory. I was good. I cleaned it all up. Ready, Gwen, to see the story of the Mantle's guys. I actually love the name of this quest. It was called Rise. Just one word, Rise. I think that's so cool. So yeah, we get to defend Beetletun. We are once again Kieran Thackeray. Shining Blade Warrior says, "Good people of Beetletun, we come to you on behalf of Queen Salma." Ah, hello, fellow. "The sex blessed Salma, what can we do to help?" Actually, I think that's a man, not a woman. "The Queen is imposing new taxes on all of her subjects. Those unable to pay will do so with their lives. And since this village looks rather poor, your deaths will be... your vow of fealty." God, I couldn't quite read it because it disappeared the dialogue box too quickly. What? No, someone help us. Miku says, "I'm using promise, blah, blah, blah." I keep doing that. Literally, I've done that so many times. Reading that dialogue and then you read Miku's thing. Oh, so stupid. Right, so... tips on how to complete this. It's not a very long encounter, honestly. Kieran says, "People of Beetletun, you've been deceived by the White Mantle." No way, Jose. "They seek to tarnish the name of the Shining Blade, and they will unless we stand up. They will write their message in your blood unless we face them down here and now." Oh, Kieran, you're becoming such a good speaker. See, and now they give me way too much time to read that. "If we stand together, we can win this battle. I will lead you to victory. Have faith, and we will see this through. There is nothing to fear." And then we get a Paragon skill. Not only just a Paragon skill, a very good Paragon skill, a PvE only Paragon skill. Very, very cool Paragon skill, and they give it to us. So, he says, "Have faith and we will see this through. There's nothing to fear. We're with you." Oh, that was the Crane that said that. So, yeah, this is about... Wiki says it's about 8 minutes long. I remember it didn't take that long when I played it before. You're just going to be defending Beetletun. It's pretty cool. Actually, do you remember what I said about defending this way back in War in Kryta, about how you could man the towers and stuff like that? Well, this is the closest you really get to that. There are various things you can do to help out. Essentially, it does kind of boil down to, and I've just played really badly there, because if I'd noticed these guys were being attacked, I would say the Krytan villagers do respawn, and that's quite important, because it makes this very, very easy in one way, which I'll explain in a minute. But if you want to complete it properly, what you're going to want to do is just keep using your heal thing. That will affect the Krytans. I'd say prioritize your interrupts more than anything else. And obviously use There's Nothing to Fear as well. They do respawn, but at the end of the day, it takes them a long time, and they are actual quite decent help for fighting all of these White Mantles. So I would recommend trying to keep them alive as best as you possibly can. Now, you see that I'm being attacked on the other side of the village? Well, what you can do is run through the portal and it will teleport you straight back into the middle of the village, just like that. So you can actually get around a lot quicker than you might expect by, I don't want to call it abusing the game, but by playing cleverly and using the portals to teleport back into the middle of the village. You can be from a fight on one side to a fight on the other side very, very quickly, which is a nice little tip if you ask me, and I think it's actually really quite fun to do that. It's better if you do it from this side, because you always appear closer to the eastern entrance rather than the western, but still. Yeah, that's about it really. The other thing is, with all of these mini missions where you're playing as Kieran, funnily enough, if you die, but let's say you die on the final fight, it will say your party's been defeated. Click this button to go back, right? We're all familiar with the screen. However, I should really target the clairvoyance and stuff. However, if, say, you died on the last fight, and then Miku was dead, but then she resurrected and killed the final guy, you would still get progress for completing it. It's the same case here, but it's more important here because all of the villagers also resurrect. So what you can do, in theory, is just die. Don't hit, oh yeah, I wanna go back, and then just slowly wait for the villagers and Miku to resurrect and slowly chip away at the White Mantle. And hey, all of a sudden you're sorted. You've basically you've won it. It's very similar to what you could do at Winter's Day in the Frosty's lair, you know, the secret lair of the snowman. That mission where people would run the chest, very similar to that. It's pretty much the same deal there. I'm not sure if ArenaNet thought that through. It's pretty much cheating, so I'm hoping that what I'm doing here won't come to that. But yeah, so that is something to bear in mind, guys. I guess you could, in theory, AFK this. It would take a while, because obviously the more White Mantle that build up, the worse it's going to get. But, I mean, you can already see quite a few building up here. It is quite intense. There's a quest in Hearts of the North, not Hearts of the North, in the Winds of Change. There's a quest in Winds of Change that's very, very similar to this. Like, you're at a lagoon, and you need to... oh my god, we really are being swarmed. I did not remember it being this... Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You need to really prioritise these guys. The... Oh, why is Miku dead? You need to prioritise fighting the minion masters, because if you kill them, the minions become masterless. Of course, that's a little... I don't think I've ever explicitly said that on the channel. But they become masterless if they die, which means all those minions, now all of the Peacekeepers are going to be fighting the minions as well, which really does alleviate your issues a little bit. Which is very, very important, I'd say, because you can be pretty much shit out of luck if you're not careful. Focus on Miku as well. I don't think I've got a single insta-kill snipe off. That would be something to watch out on. I was saying something, wasn't I? I've completely forgot what I was saying. Yeah, basically you can just AFK it. If I remember what I was saying, I'll probably edit in again. I can't believe that last episode where I had to do like a little bit of post-commentary while I was using... Was I talking about the skill this time? No, I don't think I was I? Miku, are you alright? Are you alright? Oh yeah, the lagoon. Yeah, there's a quest... in factions where, not in factions, in Winds of Change, where basically you're defending a lagoon and they just keep coming at you really, really quickly. But if you survive for a certain amount of time, everything that's coming at you instantly dies. And it's so perfectly timed. I think the balance on that is just so brilliant. It's perfect, because as soon as like you're completely overwhelmed and it looks like your last guy is alive, that's just as it completes. It's really, really good. Sorry, they've been talking the whole way through this, haven't they? What have I missed? Kieran has been saying, if we stand together, we will win this battle. I'll lead you to victory. That's how it's side. He says, fight hard. Make the White Mantle regret ever threatening your homes. Then he says, you're doing well. We can win this fight. And we got this next attack coming in. Again, priests. Get those skill 8 and 6. I would just, I'm sure it's not the most efficient way to do things, but if I were you, I genuinely would just be like using those on recharge as best as you possibly can. Kill the priest, then immediately the ritualist. If you train them as well, obviously you have the opportunity of interrupting their minion skills, which is obviously very, very helpful. There you go. Miku, why would you use Mark of Death on someone who's almost already dead anyway? I mean, that's just ridiculous, girl. Come on. Right, and now as you can see we're over here, so I'm going to teleport over to the other side. Miku's got them handled. We've got this huge wave coming in here. Kieran says, stand fast, we can break them. I'm sure we can. Come on, Miku, hurry up. I know you don't know the magic of teleporting through there, but it is helpful. It's actually, have you noticed how now that we're in kind of Guild Wars Beyond, they're a lot more relaxed about doing weird things like that don't really make much sense. Like, they always avoided stuff like that. I mean, a big part of the game, obviously, is you can't jump, and people are like, oh, that prevents exploration of the world. That's not really true, but they've always gone to the effort of having these big cliffs, no matter how unsightly they are. I mean, actually, look at that. It looks awful, doesn't it? But they've always gone to that effort to make sure you can't get out of bounds. Always. And now kind of we're in this kind of content area that's being just made for free by a very small team, and you can see they're not so fussed about it anymore. Oh really, is that it? I'm pretty sure that's not it. The Crichton says, we've done it, our village is safe. Miku says, you did a brave thing back there. You didn't just save these people, you gave them the courage to fight for themselves. Is that really it? I thought Kieran was supposed to say something else before it ended. Oh well, never mind. Kieran says, now I understand what it means to be a leader. I know that I can change, and I can be something more. Thanks to you, Miku. Really? You didn't do much, did you, Miku? Don't flatter me. Too much. I only brought out what was there all along. Listen, just as you've realised something, so have I. There's a place that I need to return to. There's unfinished business I need to take care of. You could come with me. I like having you by my side. I really like the way Miku's written. She's actually, her character is quite interesting in comparison to all the other characters in Guild Wars. In fact, they released a blog sort of when Winds of Change ended, talking about what they were trying to achieve with it. And they talked about Miku's personality, and I totally agreed with what they were saying. Kieran says, it would be so easy for me to say yes, as you already have done twice. But I have unfinished business of my own. Someone I need to return to. Someone who has been nothing but difficult. But I understand now. The challenge is what drew me to her. I need to see this through. Miku says, I suspected as much. Farewell, Kieran. I hope our paths will cross again someday. It will give you time to reconsider. Oh yeah, I'll reconsider your offer. Well, farewell, exotic Asian lady. Maybe we'll meet again sometime in the future. Maybe. Alright, so we get a cool reward there. Come straight out into the Hall of Monuments. They don't even, like... The other ones, they make you walk back here, but this time they just port you straight in, don't they? And Gwen says, Kieran... Oh, no, they don't make you walk here. She says, Kieran, you brash, idiotic, persistent, childish, sweet fool. He's out there somewhere, and he's looking for me. This time, I'm going to meet him halfway. That's the only way this is going to work. Yay, compromise. I actually, at the end of the last video, I said, oh, compromise, I should give out bad relationship advice. I didn't actually mean compromise was bad relationship advice. I actually think compromise is very important, just so that we're clear there. Gwen says, please help me find him. I need to see him once more. There's something I have to tell him. Well, Gwen... This has been Kieran's personal struggle. He's been going through this all on his own. He's been fighting for you. He's been working himself out. It's all been his own personal journey of self-discovery. You can't do anything on your own. Why do we have to come? That's it. That's it. We're the hero. 4 times over. Goodbye, Gwen. You can sort out your petty romantic troubles on your own. No, of course not. We're going to do the quest. So, she says Kieran should be here by now. Knowing him, he's stubborn enough to try going it on foot. If he did, that would probably be somewhere near Anvil Rock. That's where we should begin our search. Please, this is something I need to do. Okay, let's make sure he gets home safely. Ooh, we're only 15 minutes. I can do this next bit. This next bit's quite abrupt. I was going to do this in the next episode, but that was so quick we can keep going. This bit. I don't know. I feel like there should have been more. There should have been more before what's about to happen. I really do feel like that. But hey, whatever. So, at long last, many moons ago, we Let's Played Prophecies, and I came to Icetooth Cave. And there I said to you guys, there's no real reason to come here. There's no quests here. There's nothing to do here. It's never really going to help you. But I like the outpost. It's a small outback outpost. No one's ever here. It's always fun if you meet someone here. You've always got something to talk about. And finally, then we actually have a reason to have ever come to Anvil Rock, Icetooth Cave. It's a perfect place to get out to Anvil Rock and see what the next bit of the story. When Hearts of the North came out, it was crazy. There were so many people here. It was the first time Icetooth Cave had ever seen so much activity since the first week of Guild Wars' release. It was ridiculous. Do we need a team? I don't want to ruin it by risking not having a team, so maybe we should go back in. Hopefully that doesn't balls anything up. Yeah, okay, who should we add, though? Well, no. Oh, yeah, we do actually have to add Gwen for this, don't we? Isn't this story requires Gwen? Maybe not. I'll add her just in case. I think it requires her. If not, she'll just appear as Even, Vanguard, and Mesmer. Zandra, Casey, blah, 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 blah. There we go. Yeah, I think that's it. And our only objective, find Kieran. Another needle in the haystack, you might be asking? Oh, I'm so sick of needles in the haystack. Oh, wow, it actually is. I thought I gave you a specific... I know where he is, though. It's fine. I know... Oh, that was a... No, it's not really much of a spoiler. I know where we need to go. You can find Kieran out here. Like I said, I think this bit happens a little bit fast. Yeah, no, you do need Gwen in the party. Look. There she is. Or maybe she'll just zone in. I don't know. We'll see. We might get like a weird duplicate thing like some of those Eye of the North missions had. Well, if you were out here, guys, where would you want to go first? Where's possibly the most amazing site in all of Guild Wars Prophecies? Anvil Rock? Yeah, probably the top of Anvil Rock, right? So let's get moving over there and see what we find. This was... I don't even know if I had been explicitly told where to go on this one. I think I just literally moved to where I thought would be the most logical place. It doesn't make much sense that it's at Anvil Rock. I mean, if he was at Beetletun, surely he just would have like moved through here past Demetra and kind of gone up through there. Could have been a nice excuse for us to go to Demetra in the Winds of Change, in the seriously, one of these days I'm going to learn in the Hearts of the North stuff. It would have been a nice reason to go up there, but I guess that ArenaNet didn't really want to do that because they were like, oh, yeah, that's bonus mission pack content, you have to pay for it, which sucks. But hey, they are a business. We do have to remember that, especially in these times. You know, I am obviously someone who's kind of upset that a lot of press and stuff managed to get in and play the game way before a lot of other people. But I think, and there have been a lot of comments going on and a lot of people talking about it online. But I do think we have to remember that ArenaNet are a company, and there's a reason why those big YouTube channels that don't necessarily know anything about the game got into it. It's because they have big followings. ArenaNet are a company. They're out there to make the money, and that's brilliant marketing. It's way better than anyone like we could offer. So I do totally understand that. I think we should kind of remember that. I mean, they're making games for us, but they are in it for a profit, let's not forget. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of the same thing I was saying way back when that whole Gamescom thing happened, and I didn't get to do frap stuff while other people did, you know. But it's just the same story. Anyway, so somebody's up there. He's walking forward. It's Kieran. Gwen says, "Kieran, Kieran, is that you? Oh God, you're hurt. Look at you. Where have you been? You smell. I've missed you. Do you have any idea how worried I've been? It's been a long time, Gwen." Yes. Yes, it has. These Minotaurs are really ruining this. Listen, Kieran, there's something I need to say. There's something I want to say as well, says Thackeray. But for now, let me just enjoy this moment of seeing you again. Words can come after. Something about you seems different. Well, yeah, he's changed. And you know he has. You've been spying on him. Like that crazy ex. A lot has happened, he says. I finally understood what I was fighting for. Come on, let's go home. I'll tell you about it when we're there. Okay. Where is Gwen? Is she literally just the Gwen in my party that's doing this talking? Sorry, Gwen, come over here. Come over here, Gwen. Oh, see, Gwen, for your reward. Really? What? What? That's not how I remember this going down. Huh? Wow. Really? That's so bizarre. I thought something else happened here. No way. Okay, alright, we'll go back. We're on the 20-minute mark. So, what's going to happen when we go back, guys? Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll see you next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And hold on, let's load in so I can wave. And I will see you. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I hate this about Kit. Well, I don't hate it, but... There we go. I will see you next time.